I felt like game one between the Minnesota Timberwolves and San Antonio Spurs was like Bizarro World. I don't know how many people are Seinfeld fans, but that's what it felt like watching game number one when Mike Conley Jr. had more points than Victor Wembanyama and De'Aaron Fox. Mike Conley Jr. has had a very good NBA career, but in year 19, he should not be getting more points in a postseason game in San Antonio than Wemby, who's an MVP finalist, and De'Aaron Fox, who is an NBA All-Star. That should not be happening for the seventh option for the Minnesota Timberwolves, especially in San Antonio. So game two rolls around, and the Spurs came back to reality, realizing they, without question, have the best player in this series in Victor Wembanyama. And in the first half, he had 14 points, more points than he had in the entirety of game number one. And same could be said for De'Aaron Fox. And not one single Minnesota Timberwolf, including Anthony Edwards, who came off the bench again, had double figures. And it was a 24-point game at halftime. And that is when you pretty much knew this game was over. When the San Antonio Spurs are clicking on all cylinders and they are rolling, there is no question that the Minnesota Timberwolves, as great a run as they have had, they cannot stay with the San Antonio Spurs in this series. Game one was a complete aberration. I'm hoping it was the wake-up call that the Spurs needed in their postseason run. I guess, early on in their series against Portland when they lost in game number two, that wasn't enough of a wake-up call. Hopefully this game one loss is, but you saw a San Antonio Spurs team look like the team that we have seen for most of this season, where they are the clear main competition for the Oklahoma City Thunder in these NBA playoffs. And it's good to see San Antonio back into its unique form in game number two, because I don't know what the heck that was in game number one.